class, I'm at a WASC meeting right now, so I want you to copy down this warm-up and then the notes after this warm-up before I get back. In other words, if you don't have this down by the time I get back from my meeting, which is in about a half hour, you're going to lose your R stamp. So the warm-up today is Dantas Thomas obtained a single payment loan of $21,400 to purchase a diamond necklace and bracelet set. So it's a girl's name, Dantas. She agreed to repay the loan in 120 days at an ordinary interest rate of 8.5%. What is the maturity value of her loan? So yesterday we talked about ordinary interest and exact interest. And if you remember, exact interest is out of 365 days and ordinary is out of 360. Let me pause this here. Okay, so we want to find the maturity value. That's the goal. And remember, the maturity value is what's loaned, which is the principal, plus the interest. In other words, I'll abbreviate. Maturity value is equal to the principal, that's how much is borrowed, plus the interest. So, the thing is, we know what the principal is. We know how much was borrowed. It's right here. $21,400. But the interest is what we got to find out. We know the interest rate is 8.5%, so what we got to do is figure out the interest that has grown in 120 days. And that's the ordinary interest formula from yesterday's notes. So remember, ordinary interest, I'll put OI, is equal to the principal times the rate times some amount of time over 360, if you remember that. In other words, the amount of days goes right here. So in this case, the amount of days is 120, so I'll put 120 right here. So let me just now plug and chug. The principal is 21,400 times the rate, but remember the rate is 8.5%, so I'm going to express 8.5 as a pure decimal. Remember, to express as a pure decimal, move the decimal twice to the left, so it's really 0.085. Notice that. Times 120 over 360. So if I multiply all this garbage out, let me get my calculator here. It's going to be, let's see, 21,400 times 0.085 times 120. Notice that becomes 218,280. 218,280. I think it's 280. That's the numerator, notice. The denominator, remember, this is all over 1, so the denominator is just denominator times denominator, so it's going to be 360. So now let me go and divide that. The numerator divided by the denominator, it'll give us the interest, how much the loan grew. So 218,280 divided by 360. So I got $606.33. So $606.33. So that means the maturity, so we're ready to find the maturity value now, back up here. So the maturity value is equal to the principal, that's this, plus the interest. We just figured out the interest. It's $606.33. Let me add these up. So 606.33 plus 21,400. So I got so the maturity value of the loan, this person is going to have to pay back the store where she bought this jewelry. She's going to have to pay back $22,006.33. Here's a maturity value. Okay, now go ahead and get your note guide out that the substitute gave you. We're going to start talking about financing. if you look at the essential question on the board, what is financing? Financing has to do with paying off loans that are huge that you can't pay off in a single payment. In other words, loans that are so big that you have to pay off little by little every month. For instance, let's do some car shopping. I got a CarMax website right here. Let me look for how about a Honda Accord? Let's do some car shopping. Honda Accord. Okay, so here we go. So here's a 2013 Honda Accord LX, 2014. Look, here's the price. Here's how many miles it has, because these are used cars. This one looks kind of nice, a little cherry candy apple red car. Let me click on it. And let's see what it tells me about. There we go. So this is how much it costs. It's got 51,000 miles on it. The 27 right here, that's how many miles per gallon on the street, and the 36 is how many miles per gallon on the highway. You can look at the history report and who owned this car. But look at right here. This has to do with today's lesson, estimate payment. Look at it, they're telling me, look at if I put $2,000 down, a down payment on this car, and I have a good credit score, they'll let me pay the rest off in 72 months, the term length. Look at, so here's a vehicle price. Estimated tax, titles, and fees is 0. That's pretty rare. I'm not sure why there's no tax and title fees for California, but notice the down payment is how much cash I put towards the car right now. And then whatever's left over is, look at the word finance, total finance amount. What is financing? That's what today's lesson is about. So finance is the title of that concept circle. And what I want you to do with the concept circle, we're going to fill in each part. The first thing I want you to do is write the word financing either on the top or bottom. And what financing means, it's another kind of loan. It's paying a loan back in parts called installments. So go ahead and write that down. And what are some ideas related to financing? Well, the first idea is installments. What is an installment? An installment loan. So go ahead and write this down. A loan paid off in equal installments over a specified period of time. Now the word installments just means parts. So that's an installment loan. I'm going to write that down. If you need to pause this, because I'm going to go kind of fast. If you need to pause it, go ahead and pause it. But notice you paid in parts. So look, going back to this Honda Accord, so I would pay it off in parts. So this is how much I'd have to pay it off. The $12,988 is what's left over after my down payment. I put $2,000 down. It was $14,998. I put $2,000 down, so I owe the bank this much. I'll pay it off in 72 months, and every month I'll pay between $225 and $249 every month. These are what we call installments. I'll do this every month for 72 months. In 72 months, you divide that by 12, that's 6 years. So that's what installments means. Okay? Next word on our concept map. Is a down payment. You've probably heard of the word down payment before. The portion of the cash price that you pay prior to financing the rest on credit. So when we were buying this car, the down payment was $2,000. Okay? The portion of the cash price that you pay prior to financing the rest on credit. Again, financing means you're going to pay off the loan in little bits and pieces every month. Third word, let's go across this concept circle. Let's see here. How about amount finance now? Let's zoom in on. The amount finance is what's left over after the down payment. So when you look at the car, this is the amount to be financed because I put $2,000 down on the Accord. This is the amount financed. That's the amount that I have to pay off a little bit each month. So let's go ahead and write amount financed. The portion of the cash price that you owe after making the down payment. The portion of the cash price that you owe after making the down payment. So go and write that down. Again, pause this video if you need to, because I'm going kind of quick. And last but not least, go ahead and make or write the two formulas down for this section. So the two formulas at the bottom here, we'll put at the bottom of this concept map, is so two formulas are amount financed is equal to the cash price minus the down payment, and the down payment is equal to the cash price times a percent. In other words, whatever percent of the interest rate is, that's the down payment. On Friday, I'll go over some more of these next time I see you or when I get back from this meeting. So have these notes ready for me to see when I come back in a half hour today. All right?